In last few years, Jaipur has left a mark on Indian startup ecosystem. And today, Jaipur is among one of the top cities to build the startup from. Jaipur has it all: the right mix of incubators, angel investors, successful startups, and traditional businesses. Whether a minimalist getting a $390 million exit or Mangal Group's 400 crore IPO, I spoke about a few such startups and businesses in one of my previous videos, building a 1,000 crore plus brand from a tier 2 city. In the past few months, I've been meeting more and more startup founders and business owners, and I see few patterns and characteristics, especially amongst the traditional business owners, that are helping them unlock growth that would have been difficult otherwise. In this video, I'll break down 3 things that, when done right, can take your business to the next level. So, if you're a business owner or even an early stage founder, this video will show you exactly what separates a business that stays small from those that scale. Most of these traditional businesses aren't in some new age high-tech category. They make things like power cables, solar panels, industrial materials, and things that are generally non-glamorous items. Typically, what you would call MSMEs. Most such businesses stay stuck at the same place. However, a few of them go on to become national or even global players. It's not luck, and for sure, it's not just hard work. This all comes down to a few deliberate choices, and the first one is investing in R&D. Most traditional business owners look at R&D as a cost, something that only big tech companies can afford to do. But that is exactly where they get it wrong. Take Raghav Productivity Enhancer for example, a Jaipur-based company that manufactures ramming mass, a material used to line steel furnaces. Now this is fairly ordinary, non-glamorous business. However, instead of competing on price, they chose to invest in R&D and improve the product itself, making it last longer and reducing the overall cost for the consumer. And that one decision changed everything. It took them from being just another supplier to becoming world's largest manufacturer of ramming mass, commanding a nearly 6,000 crore rupee market cap. The lesson here is simple. R&D is what allows you to compete on value and not just price. And you don't need to be a tech company to do it. But here's the thing, R&D alone will not take you far if you are only one running the entire show. And this brings me to the second point, which is investing in a professional team. Most traditional businesses are built around one person, the founder, or what we generally call a promoter. This person is the key man in the business. He knows the customers and maintains those relationships, brings in suppliers and vendors who trust him, and is central to almost every operation. But this also brings in decision fatigue. Everything has to pass through this one person, and eventually he himself becomes the bottleneck in the business growth. In such cases, a business can only grow as much as one person can handle. Now, this operating style works well in early days, but at some point, as the business owner, you will have to let go. Now, don't take me the wrong way here. I'm not saying you should stop looking at things or stop getting involved. What I'm saying is that you build a proper system, and most importantly, you bring in professional people who can lead different functions across the businesses, like finance, operations, sales, and manufacturing. This may be the hardest, yet the most important shift, especially because most traditional businesses run as family businesses. A good example here is Dynamic Cables, a Jaipur-based family-run company that manufactures power cables and conductors. They moved from family-operated to professionally run, and today the business has successfully IPO'd, crossing 1,000 crore rupees in revenue and exporting to over 40 countries. The point here is simple. Professionalizing the business does not mean stepping away. It means you are changing the role. So instead of running every small thing around yourself, you now focus on the bigger picture, the vision, the strategy, and the growth of business. Now, if you notice carefully, both the things I just spoke about, whether investing in R&D or investing in professionally, comes from one single place, which is our third point, the growth mindset of the founder. Both R&D and hiring a professional team costs money. And in both these cases, you will be spending first for at least a few years, even before you see any results. A founder who thinks about today's survival will not be able to make such choices. Now again, don't take me wrong here. It is very much important to protect what you have built. But after a point in time, once the business reaches stability, you will have to make a choice. Continue on linear path or spend on R&D. Let go of control and take short-term risk for long-term growth. A good example here is INA Solar, another Jaipur-based company that manufactures solar panels. Now, solar is a space where technology and demand keeps changing very fast. They could have played it safe, but instead, the founders chose to keep investing aggressively into new capacity, into automation, and into R&D. And that mindset is exactly what allowed them to scale, taking their revenues from around 279 crores to over 2200 crores in just 4 years. Honestly, in my experience, most traditional business owners are not stuck because of lack of money. They are stuck because of lack of ability to take risk. If you want to unlock next phase of growth for your business, you will have to shift your mindset from how do I protect this business to how do I grow this business. Remember, if the founder thinks small, the business stays small. But if the founder thinks big and is willing to work for it, the business will always find a way to grow. So, if you want to build a large business, invest in R&D, build a professional team, and above all, build a growth mindset. These three choices are what separates the business that stays small from the ones that scale, no matter how ordinary or non-glamorous the product may be. If you want to go one level deeper into the mindset we just spoke about, I would highly recommend you watch my other video, 3 founder traits that matter more than skills. And if you want to see how founders are building large businesses right here from a tier 2 city, do check out my earlier video, Building a 1000 crore plus brand from a tier 2 city. I hope you found this video insightful, and if so, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next one.